What's going on, you gentle dweebs? William Barry here, coming at you with another video here on the interwebs. It is Saturday. We are going to be doing some reactions. I kind of fucked up a little bit yesterday. I was supposed to do a reaction to Illest of Our Time last night after stream. I never got around to it, so we're going to be doing it today before the Dead Wax. So not only are we doing the Dead Wax concert, we are going to be doing Illest of Our Time, and then after this video, I'm going to go ahead and react to the entire Dead Wax concert. Anyway, we gotta get into it, and that's like a very important factor. For those of you that don't know, I write a story called Ill of Men. A lot of people told me that I need to see this song just because of, you know, my story title. So I am really here. I'm really excited. This is something that I want to see. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to see what happens. But let me switch over to the reaction. We had to get out full cam in order to do this. Anyway, are we ready? I feel like I'm ready. I feel like we're ready. I feel like the time is now. Whoops, I don't know what I clicked that for. My apologies. We're having technical difficulties from the absent capabilities of... Let's do it.
One, two, three, spitting bullets on the beat. I'm a sick little puppy who gets lucky when he speaks.
My dude, you are not getting lucky, dude. I said it in another video, but I feel like it's disingenuous to say that Ren is got talent. For me, talent is like those that were born with a gift. I don't think Ren was born with anything other than like his devilishly good looks and his meaty hotness. All right, look, but I think that everything that he has, he worked for, and he earned it through effort. You know, he made songs when no one watched, when there were just whispers in the corners of his mind, you know, while suffering through tremendous hardships. He just never gave up. He is so fucking big. This motherfucker is Godzilla, the indomitable human spirit.
I'm a sick little puppy who gets lucky when he speaks. Blessed with a silver tongue, chest with an iron lung. Extraterrestrial tentacles, aliens. Psychopathic tendencies, a pathologic entity. If everything is set in stone, then this is how it's meant to be. Elementary, dear Watson, you might find yourself.
Dear Watson, so he's like also like Sherlock Holmes. He's so analytical and shit. All right, cool.
Elementary, dear Watson, you might find yourself inside the mind of the illest of our time. Get it poppin', hot rockin'. I'm Freddy Krueger, I'm chopping. I turn it up to 11, the demigorgon.
The demigorgon, bro. That's like from fucking Dungeons and Dragons. Like, look, controversial opinion here. I shouldn't say this because it's so popular these days. I hate Dungeons and Dragons. I know, I'm alone here. It's so fucking lame though, dude. I love existing in like the realm of pretend, but not with other people, bro. I like to dream in my own silence. You know,
Get it poppin', hot rockin'. I'm Freddy Krueger, I'm chopping. I turn it up to 11, the demigorgon of oppin'. The strangest thing, I'm the boss. When the danger lingers, I'm plotting. Sweet like a spoonful of sugar, because I'm merry like poppin'.
So like he's literally a cure for himself, but he's also Mary Pop. Like, okay, these are some fucking bars, bro. It's so refreshing to see Ren just come out and like flaunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, these are my fucking bars. You're gonna sit through them, or you're gonna get the fuck out. And they're so fucking fire that you just gotta sit back and be like, all right. I still think if it came down to like the best bars of all time, I'm probably giving it to Little Dicky. But maybe that's just because I was in his corner for so long. Even though he betrayed the rap game to become a comedian. But Little Dicky is still fire as fuck.
Gordon of Oppin, the strangest thing, I'm the boss when the danger lingers.
Hold on, and then he said 11, so that was a Stranger Things thing? Turn it up to 11, the Demi, that was like, isn't the character straight? Yo, I'm so glad I started watching that shit with my girlfriend, because now like, I know what the fuck this means. Holy shit!
The Demi Gordon of Oppin, the strangest thing, I'm the boss when the danger...
Oh, okay, and then the strangest, it's literally a double, it's a double for Stranger Things. That's fucking gangster. However, it's a little mainstream there, man. I expect you to go a little deeper on something.
To 11, the Demi Gordon of Oppin, the strangest thing, I'm the boss when the danger lingers, I'm plotting. Sweet like a spoonful of sugar, because I'm merry like popping. The double barrel is cocking, a shotgun shell to the noggin, I'm
a shotgun shell to the noggin? Is he gonna make a reference to Kurt Cobain? Because if he does, I'm gonna fucking... Oh! You know what I mean? Gonna be like an oh moment, dude. Gonna turn into like an alien when I go, oh!
A shotgun shell to the noggin, I'm coughing, catchy bronchitis, you're in your funeral coffin. No stopping, blocking me not when I pick the world up, I'm squatting.
Pick up the world when I'm squatting? Dude, so is he Atlas, dude? What the fuck?
And when I take from the rich, I'm in your hood and I'm robbing.
Robin Hood, let's go, brother! Ah! Sorry.
And I take from the rich, I'm in your hood and I'm robbing. 4, 5, 6, spit a crucifix, 6, 6, 6, flow, crucify a Catholic, maverick.
Whoa.
Anti-hero villain, not protagonist. Words are kind of muffled when you're sucking on my massive. Use the
I'm so glad I made the joke about his meaty hog, bro, because it literally came up in the song, bro. That's gangster. Like, dude, I don't pre-watch this shit, okay? I know some people accuse me of pre-watching shit, and I have one answer to you, okay? If I pre-watch these videos, why would I leave so many errors in? Like, I have the ability to, like, make myself sound as smart as possible at all given times. Like, when I did my High Ren video, that's like, a lot of people accuse me of pre-watching that one. Why would I fuck up all of Sigmund Freud's actual understandings? Why would I call Ren Ego Ren instead of the id, when Ego Ren would be like the regular Ren, and then the super ego would be like, you know, the voice of wanting to be the voice of reason and hope, you know? Like, why would I let myself fuck all of that up and then look like the dumbest guy on the internet if, like, I pre-watched the video? Here, I'm just gonna show you, okay? Let's do this. Can I show my other monitor? Like, there's nothing open. Like, I have Discord open. My buddy sent me a John Mersheimer conversation with Lex Friedman. I have this open. There's nothing on here. I have, like, bro, I have no scripts. Like, there's nothing here. Like, this is all off the dome. That's why I repeat myself so many times. That's why I make so many fucking mistakes. Like, bro, I have a fucking saying that's probably the thing I say this probably more than I say gangster, okay? I probably say the statement, I have egg on my face, more than anything. Why is that? Because I fuck up constantly in these reactions. Like, come on. Like, what? I feel like it's just like MAGA people that watch my shit that just are like, you got one thing right. It's conspiracy. What the You guys are like too much like Alex Jones. You guys need to chill the fuck out.
When you're sucking on my massive. Who's the fucking illest? Who's the realest? Who's the baddest kid? Called the police on this beat before I damage it. A kiddie called Screech on the street.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a masochist. So far from reach, I'm the type to kill a pacifist. Catalyst for chemical combustion. I'm the analyst of metaphors and similes and synonyms and alchemist. Evangelist. Spread the words I seek like they're cancerous. Pragmatist.
Okay, like, we gotta already talk about that. So, like, Ren does this weird thing when he raps, where, like, almost every verse is, like, a different style of not only just rap, but, like, even the music and instrumentation change dramatically. Like, the bass might stay the same, but I don't even think it is. But, like, this is fucking wild, brother.
Think before I speak, then I answer it. Pull up to the place. When I pull it, bang, I pull it, sang it, shot right into space. Music for the hooligans, let loose on the estate. Call up.
He's at war with himself. This is so gangster, bro. I love it. And why, like, Ren is always shirtless. Like, Ren knows that he's got, like, sex appeal. There's, like, no way that he denies it. Like, that motherfucker goes shirtless more than he wears shirts. Like, holy shit. I think I've seen Ren more naked than I've seen, like, any woman I've ever dated. Holy shit. And I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining.
Bang it, shot right into space. Music for the hooligans let loose on the estate. Call the police and the riot bands, the people wanna play. Hey, freedom now has lost.
What a fucking sick transition that was. And you know what, dude? I know like I shouldn't talk about this one over Ren's video because it doesn't have much to do with Ren at all. But I will say, you know, after finding a new perspective in life, that I've kind of been adjusting things in my life. Look, I'm gonna do something embarrassing, and I'm just gonna do it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You know what? Like, who gives a shit, right? Let's just move this out of the way real quick, all right? All right. So, like, yo, this is my streaming shirt, okay? I don't wear this shirt in any other reason except when I'm streaming, okay? Dude, check this out, bro. The reason I used to not wear it is because, like, my stomach hung out at the bottom of it. Now, this thing completely goes down and covers it all the way up. I'm down, like, 3 shirt sizes, 4 pant sizes, like, brother. Like, the camera doesn't go much low enough so you can see that it's not actually showing anymore. Like, holy shit, dude. All the stuff I moved up here with doesn't fit anymore. Which sucks, because I burnt all the clothes that I used to fit in before I came up. Like, dude, this is crazy. We be doing walks every night. I'm eating, like, way healthier. Like, I'm not eating fast food at all. I haven't ordered a pizza. Like, I think I tried a Canadian pizza once. Which is crazy, because I used to eat, like, 3 or 4 pizzas a week. You know what I'm saying? And, Red Bull, like, dude. I was listening to what Uncle Ray was saying. I need to lose the weight. Okay? Tonight, we're going to go down to like a woods behind the school and I'm going to do a big ass walk that I haven't done in a long time. We doing this weight loss journey, bro. And you motherfuckers are coming with me. When I first started when I was reacting to high red, I was 480 pounds. I have no idea what I am now, but we'll see where we get to. Anyway, sorry about that, Ren. We can go back to, like, gushing about your sick abs. Maybe I can join you one day, you know what I'm saying?
When I pull it, bang, I pull it, sang it, shot right into space. Music for the hooligans let loose on the estate. Call the police and the riot bands, the people wanna play. Hey, freedom now has lost all meaning. How can we all be free in a hierarchic breeding ground? The poor get poorer while the rich get rich in style. I'll be a heretic, killer king, take his crown.
I mean, those are gangster lines. I don't really think that the poor are getting that much poorer. The quality of life of everyone is dramatically improved. You know, like, our parents didn't have AC, dog. That's a wild concept. I live in a house now that I was AC. Well, I'm with my girlfriend. She doesn't have AC. I wouldn't say I live here yet, you know. In order to live here, I have to be a citizen. More along the lines, just kind of visiting for a long time until I can get, like, legalized. And then if she's willing to let me move in, you know how it goes. But, nah, bro. I understand what he's saying, and it's a good message, and it's a beautiful sentiment. But, like, we need to stop, like, calling ourselves victims and complaining about the circumstances we're in. It's okay to be upset about the things in our life. But, like, I mean, I'm ridiculously poor. I still don't have a job, you know what I mean? Like, this is all I do. And right now I'm projected to make $120 this month outside of whatever is on Buy Me a Coffee, which I don't check regularly. I'm still the happiest guy around, dude. Like, and there's no one's at fault for that other than myself, bro. The reason why I can't find a job is because an employer will look at me and be like, my God, that guy's fat as fuck. Even wipe his own ass. I don't want to take a chance on this guy to have a heart attack while he's in the middle of working on a car or talking to a customer. Or, like, I understand all of those things. And maybe they shouldn't discriminate against a person on their size, but if you're going to let your size get so out of control, like, and you had the ability to do something about it, it's no one else's fault. No one made you eat those double cheeseburgers. No one told you not to exercise. No one told you to put video games above, your health. You just told people you didn't give a shit, and you kept doing it anyway. And now the thing is, I have a reason to give a shit. I have the Renegades, I have my YouTube channel, I have my girlfriend, and things are, like, moving up in my stories. I haven't worked on it in a while. Like all of these things give me grounding and motivation to continue going. So now I have a reason to keep living, but now I have to work through 30 plus years of bullshit that I did to myself with through neglect. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. But the message is super dope. I like it. And, you know, he referenced Robin Hood and stuff like that. And the rich do keep getting richer and stuff like that. But so many of our lives are improving even while we're suffering. Like, think of it this way. We're sitting here watching YouTube right now, getting endless amount of content for free, you know? And when we were kids, our parents had to have these crazy fucking TVs. Like, this is on your phone. Like, you have a computer stronger than what puts someone on the moon in your pocket. Like, you have AC, you have way more medical availability. Your likelihood to stay alive longer is increased. I don't like the idea of thinking that, like, woe is me. Like, there's so many things in our life that are better than they used to be. That doesn't mean we need to stop fighting to improve those, you know, the other aspects or those that are left behind. We can do two things at once. You know, it's okay to be somewhat critical of the systems, but we need to reform those systems and make them more inclusive for everybody. At least that's my opinion.
Has lost all meaning. How can we all be free in a hierarchy breeding ground? The poor get
like everything falls into a hierarchy. All things. It's even natural in fucking the animal kingdom. Like hierarchies are as true to the world as taxes or as death. Like everything comes into a hierarchy. Like hell, even Ren's ecosphere of him and his friends is a hierarchy. Ren is at the top, and then his buddies that perform with him are slightly below him, and then his mutuals are below them, and then below them are the renegades. Like he's got a hierarchy built in intrinsically into like his fucking friend group and the way that he makes music and like his concerns. We also have a hierarchy of needs when we decide things. Like everything can compile down to a hierarchy.
For a while, the rich get rich in style. I'll be a heretic, killer king, take his crown. Top of the throne, top of the kingdom I own. Top of the streets that I roam, top of the dome. Spitting for Britain I shown, bust like a cellular phone. I pin like Tyson, an icon, go twice in. Left, right in, I'm striking, like I'm biting, like a python. Ready, I'm heavy, I'm Mercury, I am Freddy. So eat me.
I'm sorry, guys. I do not like Freddie Mercury, bro. I know. I'm saying so many controversial things here. I do not like Queen, bro. I'm sorry. I know they are considered one of the greatest bands in the world, and they have like one of the best live shows in the world. I do not like Queen. I can admit their technical capabilities, but like sonically, it just does not gel with me, bro. In fact, I did a reaction to like an African bohemian, like a choir group. Someone requested it in one of our posts, and so I eventually got around to it. And it's like I'm not going to be able to say the name, dude, but it's like a choir group from like an African style thing. It might even actually be whatever. Look, I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not a cultured man, okay? I'm a dipshit American that grew up watching Adult Swim, and I thought that meant I was like a hardcore Japanese simp, alright? The most culture I know is of like the 200 AD era of fucking the Han Dynasty and the Sengoku era of Japan. Like outside of, I know more about those than my own fucking Civil War, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. And I only know about those because of video games, and then eventually it made me want to learn more about them. But anyway, the thing that I'm trying to say is, I do not like Bohemian Rhapsody. I did like that cover, but it was like in a different language. I think it was like a Swahili cover or something. I don't know. Look, I could have just said a bunch of racisms. I apologize.
Ready, I'm heavy, I'm Mercury, I am Freddy. So eat my words, fill your belly like alphabet spaghetti. I am a rap star, don't believe me, the facts are I spit fast.
The whole alphabet spaghetti, I did not like that. That was like an Eminem bar where Eminem would like rearrange a word constantly to make it rhyme, and then you're just like, I don't like that. And every time Eminem does it, I don't like it. But she's drinking a good beer. I'm gonna put that out there.
Star, don't believe me, the facts are I spit fast like a master. Don't believe me, then fuck your shit. I don't feel so well. I don't feel so well. I don't feel so well. Call a medic for myself. I don't feel so hot, my brother. Aching, shaking, stop, then stutter. Things gone wrong, hit by King Kong, Ace, Wonton bomb like Hardy Brothers. I don't feel so fresh, my bro. Things look blurry, speaking slow. Head in Hong Kong, wonton soup is what I have for brains. I know that I want to spread these tattered wings, hold them high. Banished from the heavens, but I'm knocking on the sky. Living with depression is a blessing in disguise. Never second guessing, intuition getting wise. Want to sink into the pupil of my eye.
My God, that bass is fucking hitting so goddamn hard, dude. I could feel that in the bottom of my balls. Or I have testicular cancer. But either way, it's dope.
To spread these tattered wings, hold them high. Banished from the heavens, but I'm knocking on the sky. Living with depression is a blessing in disguise. Never second guessing, intuition getting wise. Want to sink into the pupil of my eye. Travel to the corner of my cornea and mind. Look for all the answers that I never seem to find. Till then, I guess I'm still the illest of our time.
Okay, that was a fire-ass track, dude. I know it's about to play an ad, so we'll just mute it ahead of time. And we're going to switch over to full cam. Alright, that was a fire track, dude. Gangster, bars through the roof, a bunch of cool, like, references. And they weren't just, like, a single era of references, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just, like, one subsection of, the zeitgeist. Like, that was, like, a wide spectrum across like different areas and different points. Like it started with a Stranger Things reference and then it moved on to Mary Poppins. There's like 70 years between those things, right? Sherlock Holmes, depends on which iteration you're talking about, but like come on, bro, like these are all over the place. Something that I do want to talk about besides the fireness of that track is that like it's really cool the way that one kind of played out, because one, a lot of the motifs in that are the basis of the Ill of Men story, and what I was trying to go with even from a young age, at the age of 15, when I first started conceptualizing and then writing the story. So the story of Ill of Men, for those that don't know, exists in a world of it's like a high fantasy world to some degree, but it doesn't have like a bunch of races. It's got like different breeds of humans that are altered in some varying levels of way. But there are gods that walk the earth that have their ideas. Gods pull their power from faith and those that believe in them. There's a god for each kingdom. There's a god for the sky. There's a god for death, you know. And then there are gods that have been banished by the other gods. That is kind of the crux of this conversation. And ultimately, something that's interesting about the story, at least the thing that I'm really fixated on, is I've tried to encapsulate different, like, religious or spiritual or, like, even political areas, like each one, like the Kingdom of Thermostay is more nomadic, but also like raised like through martial law, because it's like a winter land that's constantly, you know, it's basically like Canada and Alaska, dude, like from the American perspective. And then, you know, Elsinore, which is just shorthand for where I grew up, of Elsinore, is more of like a capitalistic country. Both of these have their own god. The god of the north is Morsia, the god of war. You know, because they're through martial law. That's the only one that doesn't have a low king that rules the kingdom, because the low king is just the commander of the Knights 12 of that branch of it in that kingdom, because they do things through military might. And then you have Elsinore, which their goddess is the goddess of greed, avarice, and lust. Tis, which is a kind of like a dissection of like capitalism and how capitalism can be run too far, and like what happens with the overreaches of freedom and, you know, stuff like that, but also how those things can be empowering to some of the citizens, which is why I focus so heavily on duality in these videos, is because in the story I'm trying to point out the things that these gods have done right, but also I'm trying to point out how these gods have destroyed the lives of their citizens and people. And this kingdom has like an actual like typical like, you know, monolithic, you know, king that acts as the low king of the kingdom. And then you also have Minoste, which is more based off of ancient Japanese culture and stuff like that. And then you have the lands of Ura that are like the northern badlands that have like they're completely nomadic, like they're settlers and gypsies, and their people are harder and like taller and bigger because like there's less resources, and so they need to. It's just all of this stuff is designed from the ground up. And each one of these kingdoms has like a witch that specializes in their own type of magic, and then like they each one have their own Adar Ian, which was like the ancestral dragon that, you know, ruled the kingdoms before the gods came around. And then like we even have the Rivas, you know, the goddess of death that overlooks all of them, who overlooks Umar Keep. Like there's one central keep that rules over all of the kingdoms because they conquered all the lands, kind of like Robert Baratheon did in Game of Thrones, you know. Like there's all these layers of stuff, and then I even have a country that is completely socialist, or no, sorry, not socialist, communist, where it's called the Commune of, fuck, bro, that one I had someone help me name, and I don't remember the name of it, but it's like a jungle land, that has their own god, Sylvia, that like, you know, people like drape their bodies naked in sap, and they preach to the god that is about rebirth, and it's a trans, well, not a trans god, it's a genderless god, and so there's all these gods and things, but the story then focuses on the humans that are trying to live through like a repressive kingdom, and then as that happens, you start to uncover like the massive scope of the world. Think like things like Final Fantasy Tactics and like stuff like that, like, and it's to me, a lot of the themes of Illest of our time kind of merit that, because like the main character's driving characteristics are that of compassion, which I would argue is like Ren-like, and then anger for the circumstances of all of the like people that exist within this realm. And also there's like a force of the Valharas cult that is trying to summon a god from beyond the stars that is trying to, you know, do terrible things. And we'll just leave it at that for those that want to read the story. But, there's also the void. There's a hidden kingdom of the gods. There's the Red Sea that births all life and creation. And it's a complicated fucking mosaic of thoughts and ideas coming from like a mind of a kid that was trying to make sense of the world. And as an adult, I'm trying to like make it tangible and link everything together, you know? So seeing like our boy Ren talk about a lot of the themes in the song called Illest of Our Time, maybe it's a stretch. Maybe I'm trying to apply things that aren't there. Maybe it's my own hubris and ego thinking that I can map on some of Ren's ideas into my own work. But I fucking love that shit. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough. It's time to start Dead Wax. So I'm gonna crop, all that stuff that I gotta do. I apologize, this video. We're gonna get it out there for you. And then while you guys are watching this one, I will be reacting to the Dead Wax. And that video will be next, and it will be posted today. And then I have a few registered to post tomorrow, I think 1 or 2, and then which I will take tomorrow off. So those videos have already been pre-recorded. I recorded them on stream Thursday. But anyway, and then I will see you guys very, 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 very soon. The game.